Hello guys, my name is Jess. Today I'm going to talk about uh, VBA data types. In the last session, I discussed uh, and talked about how to create function macros within VBA. Now this session, I'm going to talk about how to allocate data types within the variables in VBA. These are the input variables. So I'm going to talk about how to define data types for these input variables as well as this output. So let's get back to the table here. Okay, if you look at this table, there's many different data types. And the ones that commonly used are, which are commonly used are integer and long, and sometimes byte for whole numbers, as in no decimal places. So if you look carefully, byte, the range of values is 0 to 255. For integer, it ranges from negative 32,768 to 32,767. Now for long, it's much bigger. It's in the millions. For those with for those with decimal places, numbers, right? Normally I'll use single because I think that's more than enough. If you look at this, and sometimes I use variant, yeah, and also string for letters. All right, so I'm going to illustrate to you guys how to allocate data types. X naught is probably most likely will have a decimal place, so I'm going to use single. You see, VBA is intelligent, has this intelligence built-in, so it will just automatically comes out as single, A as single, and T I'll try as byte. X I'll define as single as well. Okay, I'm going to test this. Remember, T is specified as between 0 and 255. If you look at the table itself, I'm going to test whether this holds true. So let's input X 2.5, 3, 1, 255. Yes, it gives a number, a whole number. Let's try 256. Okay, it gives an error and it says runtime error, overflow. It means the data allocation has been exceeded, the value itself. Yeah. So you guys can see that this is good when you want to reduce the file size, because when you look at the data types, the more data you put in the data type, as in the more bytes you put in, right? Or rather the range of values you use is increased, the more bytes is required to store the data. For example, long requires 4 bytes as a number compared to byte, which is only 1 byte. Yeah. So I'm going to try changing this to, I'm going to test this as single, right? Whether it shows a decimal place. So I'm going to use a number that will do that. So T, I'm going to try 3, maybe 5, 30. Okay. Let's try to change this 0.5. 28, 3.5, 30.5, yes. Okay, so in this case, x, when I divide as single, it gives a number with a decimal place. Let's change it to integer. Okay, let's go back and look at the range of values for an integer. It is up to 32,767. So I'm going to try this. Okay, it gives a value of 30, which is a integer. And in this case, it sort of rounds down the number. Yeah. So you guys can see that, and you can play with all this, right? As much as you like. All right. So let's get back to data types. Yeah, data types are definitely very useful, and you can specify data types for your variables to suit your requirements. Anyway, guys, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you enjoyed my video, please click like or subscribe. Thank you very much.